Hello and welcome back to the channel. I have a react video for you here. I really wanted everybody to be able to hear this a little bit from Bill Burr because he nails this thing so perfectly. I just love his take here. You know, I covered the whole Megan Rapinoe thing the other day with the Victoria's Secret Get Woke and Go Broke and how they chose this polarizing individual to be some sort of brand ambassador. And yeah, I don't know really how well that worked out for them. And this particular person loves to pop off about all sorts of things. And it's all about, oh, you know, we deserve more money in soccer because, you know, the men make more than us. And this is more of the same thing. You get it with the WNBA all the time. Oh, we need to be paid more, you know, because, you know, the NBA makes oodles and oodles of money. Problem with that is really boils down to how much money the WNBA makes and how much money women's soccer actually brings in. All right, without further ado, let's hear Bill's take on this because he absolutely nails it.
I saw a woman a couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels and she starts bitching.
You know who he's
going
talking
like,
about.
I don't understand. How come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? Right? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was. They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, oh, I don't know. Why is that? That is a conundrum. I have no idea. Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any fucking tickets!
That's it in a nutshell, isn't it? They don't sell any tickets. They don't put butts in seats. They don't make money. Here's how, let me explain sports to you. You get a team of people together and you get people to come see them. And when you get people to come see them, those people buy tickets in order to see them. And then when they're there at the event, they're buying hot dogs and popcorn and beer, stuff like that. Then if there's any merchandise for sale there, that's also helping to cover the cost of the team, paying these players. And then you've got, because some of these players are extremely popular, obviously they've got endorsements, right? So they've got endorsements because people know their name, though. People know their name, they know their face, they're very famous individuals. Other than Megan Rapinoe, name who's on the women's U.S. soccer team. You probably don't know off the top of your head. And if you don't, that's okay. Because you know what? Maybe women's soccer isn't your thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Right, what else does Bill have to say?
Nobody is going to women's soccer games! You're playing in a 20,000 seat arena. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost his fucking ass on that gig.
He did, absolutely.
I'm not saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, you know, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And
so this is another thing that comes up from time to time, and people like to throw this out there with the whole WNBA thing, and that's somehow that, like, women are just as good at athletes as men. And this ties into the whole soccer, or not soccer, the whole swimming and the recent debacle about allowing someone who is a biological male to swim in women's swimming sports. And, you know, that became a whole thing this last summer and this last year, really. And you know, I think it's good. I don't know whatever organization it is that manages that swimming has basically come out and said, you know, we're going to stop this for now. We're putting a hold on this, and we're going to create a separate group, right? We're going to have a men's swimming group. We're going to have a women's swimming group. Then we're going to have an open group. And that one's going to be available to anyone. But there's going to be requirements. Like, for a certain segment of the population to have been yelling at us for the last, you know, when I say yelling at us, just yelling at the other half of the population, especially the United States, telling them that they need to listen to science, I sometimes wonder, because it seems like the same people don't want to listen to the science that clearly indicates that male physiology and female physiology are two different things. And that comes with some advantages for males in certain areas, especially overall strength, overall mass, upper body strength. There's a reason why they had to change the requirements for some of these, even for the military, when they started getting women coming into the military. And I'm saying women can't be in the military. I'm just saying they had to change the physical requirements because women could not physically do the same things that the men could. So they had to change the physical requirements. Now, I think it's okay to have two sets of physical requirements, one for men and one for women. You know, that's a whole nother thing though, right? So, but the point is, there's definitely a physiological difference, right? Don't sit there and lecture me about the science of some freaking virus that you don't know a damn thing about, or, you know, an inoculation against it, and then turn around, or even about global warming or all this other nonsense. You know, they're always the science, 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 and then they turn around and refuse to believe that science has known for literally decades and decades, and that is that males and females are physiologically different, and males have a physiological advantage over females in terms of size and strength.
You're gonna come and you're gonna get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right?
Look, I'm in agreement with Bill here. Like, I'm not a big sports guy in the first place. There's literally hundreds of males sports teams for me to ignore. So why, given the fact that I don't even watch a lot of male sports, should it be my responsibility suddenly to watch female sports? But there certainly does seem to be like, oh, this is somehow the responsibility of all men everywhere to watch women's sports, and I don't get why.
Dude, look at the WNBA. Dude, nobody in the WNBA got COVID. Nobody.
Because nobody showed up.
They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century.
Nobody showed up.
Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a fucking league.
He's absolutely right about that. Look, the WNBA loses money. It does. And the NBA pays, not just for the WNBA to exist, it pays for the salary. So the NBA is the reason why all the WNBA teams exist. If there's an NBA team, that's why there's a WNBA team. The fact that there's NBA players and that the NBA makes money is the reason why there's WNBA players and why they have the opportunity to even be a professional basketball player in the first place. I'm sorry that it sucks that you don't make as much money as some of these professional NBA players. But hey, I'm sure they run the gamut too. Like, there's a handful of people at the very top who command very, very high contract rates. And then there's everybody else who makes, maybe, the league minimum. As with any organization, any company, there's going to be people who make a lot of money. There's going to be people in the middle making a moderate amount of money. And there's going to be people at the bottom who are making the minimum. And it's going to be the same in the WNBA. Are they all these women? Do they really want like everybody then to earn the exact same amount? Is that what they're asking for? Should maybe the top 5 WNBA players make the exact same amount as the bottom 5 WNBA players? And if you can't make that argument, and that's not your argument, then why are you arguing that the female NBA players should be making the exact same amount as the male NBA players? Because you're already not arguing or don't believe that argument. You already believe, there should be different levels of compensation based on merit. You already believe in a meritocracy then. And part of that meritocracy is, how much money these people bring in. And sadly, not my fault, not anybody's fault, maybe, except for the fact that people don't go to see the WNBA. Whose fault that is, I don't know, but it's not mine. And it's not it's not 50% of the population or 49% of the population of the United States just because they're male.
You showed up. Where are all the feminists? That place should be packed with feminists. Faces painted, wearing jerseys, flashing their titties. Going fucking nuts like the guys do in the upper deck with their big beard titties.
Where is that? I want to see that too. Maybe then I would tune in to a WNBA game.
Jumbotron, am I doing it? Yeah. You didn't. None of you went to the fucking games. None of you. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies.
I mean, look, it's the WNBA. Who the hell is it for? Is it for men or is it for women? Like, men already have the NBA and can watch that. And some men, I'm sure, watch the WNBA. But again, the big point of this is most people do not watch the WNBA.
Your top 5 all-time WNBA players of all time. Come on. That's it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your fucking city. You can't.
I can't name any of them.
Do it. You don't give a fuck about them. You look at the Kardashians. They're making billions.
It gets good here.
You look at those Real Housewives shows. They're making money hand over fist because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit? You watch this shit? They just shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money. In purses, in shoes, in Botox. It's just raining. It's raining money.
He's absolutely right. Those shows, much like the WNBA, hold no interest for me. I've never watched a single show. I've never watched Jersey Shore. I've never watched a Kardashian on TV. Honestly, I don't know what the hell they do. They just make money, right? Hand over fist, they make money because people apparently like them and watch them and give them their time and effort. I don't know why. It boggles my mind. I have no interest in them. But some people do, and that's fine.
Yeah, so the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down. Well, maybe that's why your husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch. That's why your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch, right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them absolutely fucking destroy each other. Yeah. No. And then in the end, you come back and you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? When are you gonna pick up your end of the couch?
So that was fantastic. Just an excellent coverage of this whole thing about women's sports and whether men should be basically responsible for making sure that, women are somehow compensated to the exact same amount as men in sports. And if you really want to do this correctly and logically, then you basically take them all and you put them all in the exact same sport, right? There's no separate men or women's league. And then that's how you determine compensation. But I guarantee you if we did that, then a lot of the top women players would move down in rank, all right? Because they wouldn't be able to compete even with the lower ranked NBA players. And I don't know, maybe they already don't make as much as a lower ranked NBA player. That's interesting. I mean, if you know about that, then friggin' comment down below and tell me. But I can tell you, when someone like, you know, Venus and Serena Williams are paired up against the top player, well, not even the top players, when they're paired up against male players and they get their asses handed to them by someone who's, you know, ranked 2 or 200 or someone way down, then like when that can happen, and I mean, that was eye-opening for me when I saw that. When that can happen, then I'm just like, wow, okay, like I know there's a difference, but even that was shocking to me. Hold on, let me look that up. Let me show that to you. All right, here it is. The man who beat Venus and Serena back to back. This guy was 203rd in the world. 203, ranked 203. And he beat both of them. He beat the #1 ranked female tennis player in the world. So don't give me this bull crap about how you need to make sure that women are compensated exactly like men when it comes to professional athletes, because not all professional athletes are compensated the same. The best professional athlete doesn't make as much as the worst professional athlete in any given sport. And if we smash all of the females in with all the males and just rank them top to bottom, a lot of top-ranked females are going to move way down in the rankings. In this case, the Williams sisters would have moved from maybe like first or second in the world to well below 200. And if they were compensated based on that, that probably wouldn't be fair. Now, how are they compensated? Well, they're compensated basically because they put butts in seats, right? It doesn't matter that the 203rd ranked guy in the world can beat them. They put butts in seats. People go to see the tennis matches because they want to see them play. They enjoy seeing them play. And not only that, they sort of have a style, they have a personality, and that comes through. And at the end of the day, sponsors like them. Sponsors like them, and so sponsors also, you know, give them money. You know, wear my clothes, wear my shoes, use my racket, all of that stuff. You know, these sporting goods companies love them, even if they lose to the 203rd ranked male player back in 1998 at the Australian Open. You know, don't make the argument that somehow WNBA players should get more money just because. That's not how it works. That's a stupid argument, all right? All right, that's it for me today. That's all I have on this topic here. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below. What do you think? What do you think of my take, and what do you think of Bill Burr's take? I'm probably someone thinks I'm just an idiot and a misogynist and I hate women, and it's not that at all. Like, I guess I just believe in a meritocracy, right? That at the end of the day, your performance matters, and you know, I guess that's because I'm not a commie shitbag. All right, what do you think? Comment down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.